Welcome. This is AltadenaTalks, and I am by myself today for episode. What are we at? 194, season 4. We got a couple more episodes, a few more episodes, and then we'll be at season 5. Now, today, of course, to be consistent as usual, Brian is having technical difficulties. He was on, everything was cool, then his camera went out, and then all of a sudden I couldn't hear him. So he's going to probably pop back in whenever he gets a chance. Tony is probably taking a well-deserved day off to relax. Let me see here. Looks like she actually sent a message. Okay, so Tony is actually behind the scenes booking more folks for interviews coming up in the near future. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do the announcements. And then when Brian gets a chance to pop back in, he's going to go, oh, can we hear you? Cannot hear you, nor can we see you. He's still going to work on that in the background. So what I'll do in the interim, I'm going to go ahead and do the announcements. We'll talk about afterwards, what happened this weekend, what if Brian can actually get on, and we'll talk about what we did over the weekend. So that should be pretty cool. So here we go. So the first thing I wanted to talk about today was we're actually supposed to be getting some rain. So it's an incoming storm system expected to bring light to moderate rain starting tonight. And it's supposed to go all the way through till Wednesday, the 15th at 6 a.m. So in the mountains, well, where we are, it's going to be anywhere from an eighth, from 0.8 to 1.4 inches of rain. So as we know, given the fact that there was the fires, there's a potential for mud and debris flow. Now, I was looking for locations where you can actually do the sandbags. I'm pretty sure each of the fire stations, as we had mentioned in the past, are available, but I didn't see an actual post that actually showed that. But definitely take heed if you're in the areas driving around, or if you happen to still live in Altadena, just make sure you prepare for this. And then next, we'll go back to our regular stuff. The Altadena Community Center is serving as a survivor support location. So don't wait. They're available at 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. As it indicates, don't wait. Visit the Altadena Community Center to meet with FEMA, Office of the Assessor, Crisis Counseling, and other disaster case management before their last day on site. Looks like FEMA specifically will be on the 17th, and some of the others will probably have some additional information regarding those coming up soon. Then we have the LA County One-Stop Permit Center at 464 West Woodbury Road, Suite 210 in Altadena. They have walk-in hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can actually do a rebuild consultation appointment for yourself or a small group. They have those available on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., as well as Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon. You can also set up a Southern California Edison planner appointment. Those are available Monday and Wednesdays from 8 p.m. to noon. In order to set up the appointment, though, you do have to go to the website recovery.lacountry.gov/1-stop-permit-centers. Okay. What you do is just scroll all the way down to the bottom to the Eaton Fire section, and there's a red button that says book appointment. They made it a lot easier. And the county is waiving and refunding permit fees for homeowners rebuilding after the Eaton and Palisades fires. Those who've already paid your fees, you can have them refunded. Those who have yet to pay your fees, you can have them waived. And to qualify, you must demonstrate that you both owned as well as lived in the property prior to the 7th of January of this year. And also, you do have to make sure you have an eligible project. An eligible project would be the replacement of your single family home, destroyed by the fires, and that does include accessory structures like pools, garages, ADUs, etc. It also includes standalone ADUs that are used for temporary occupancy during the rebuilding phase. What's not eligible is commercial properties, rental properties, multifamily or temporary housing projects, in addition to those properties that were not damaged by the fires. Now, to actually get the waiver or refund, you do need to fill out a form that is available online. You can scan the QR code right there on the screen to get it, or go to recovery.lacounty.gov/fee-waivers-and-refunds to actually get to the form. Once it's completed online, you can attach it to an email and send that to recovery at planning.lacounty.gov. That's recovery at planning.lacounty.gov. And alternatively, you can print up the document and walk it into person to either the permit center or to the resource center. And only one form is needed to cover all departments. Then CalAssist Mortgage Fund is providing mortgage payment kind of relief up to a maximum of $20,000. This never has to be repaid and is free to apply. And these grants, if should you receive one, are paid directly to your mortgage servicer and not to you directly. If you do apply, please be prepared to share your mortgage statement, bank statements, utility bills, homeowners insurance or FEMA claim, as well as your proof of income. Now, for eligibility purposes, your primary residence must have been destroyed or considered uninhabitable due to the qualified disaster, such as the Eaton or Palisades fire, or any other disaster that's qualified from the 1st of January of 2023 through the 8th of January of 2025. You also must have owned and occupied the home. It could be up to 4 units on the property, and you must meet the combined income limits of $140,700. Now, to actually apply, you want to go to calassistmortgagefund.org. And then if you need help, you can call 800-501-0019 Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. to actually get phone over the phone. Or you can actually go to one of 2 locations, such as the One Stop Rebuilding Center at 1828 Sawtell Boulevard in LA, or the Altadena Community Center at 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena. There you can get in-person application help Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is provided by Neighborhood Housing Services. And then just as a reminder, the Altadena Community Meeting is happening today. It is every Monday. It is at 4 p.m. And to actually view this, you go to youtube.com/@County of Los Angeles Newsroom. And if you want to watch it via Zoom, there's a link below where you can actually watch it via Zoom. I've watched it on YouTube many a times, and it's a great location. It's a reminder that every Monday and Tuesday, folks at Harambe have a Freedom store, and it's for Eaton Fire survivors. It begins from 9 a.m. and goes to 4 p.m. It is by appointment only, and to set up an appointment, you scan the QR code, or you would go to tinyurl.com/Harambe Freedom Store. Now, this is located at Harambe, which is 1609 Navarro Street in Pasadena, and things you can get there are toiletries, home essentials, and much, much more. The folks at Eaton Health Village provide a free medical and mental health clinic every Monday and Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. They do accept walk-ins, but if you also walk in, you can set up an appointment for a future date. The things that they have set up are medical consultations, medication refills, mental health services, and case management. In addition, on a monthly basis, they have vision and dental care as well. This is located at 1280 East Washington Boulevard in Pasadena. And if you would like to ask questions via the telephone or set up your appointment over the phone, you can do so by calling 951-595-7032. All right. So The folks at the Building Industry Association of Southern California and Builders for Better Communities Foundation are providing a Rebuild LA resource fair that is happening tomorrow, which is Tuesday, October 14th from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It's going to be located at Noor, which is at the Paseo. The location or address is 300 East Colorado Boulevard, Suite 200. So basically, if you're planning your rebuild, their experts can answer your questions about materials, services, and next steps. All wildfire victims are welcome, and admission is free for those who lost their homes. If you're interested in this, please register at B as in boy, IASC.org/events. If you would like additional information, you can call one of two people. The first is Melissa Otten, or not call, but you can send an email to Melissa Otten. She can be reached at melissa@homeaidocla.org. The other person is Patrice Quisenberry. She can be reached at patriceq@williamsrebuild.com. And then Alta Design Works, along with LA Fire Justice and the Altadena Coalition, are providing Workshop 13, which is part of the Rebuilding 101 workshops. The topic is from ground up, survey, structure, and build. The location is 409 East Woodbury Road in Altadena, and it is tomorrow, and it begins at 6:30 p.m. So definitely go ahead and check that out. And then the Laundry Truck LA, again, is still doing their laundry services. It's a great service. The next one will be tomorrow. We'll be at Pasadena Sierra Madre YMCA, which is located at 611 Sierra Madre Boulevard in Sierra Madre. The drop-off will be from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then the next one after that will be Wednesdays. There'll be two locations, and I'll discuss those tomorrow. But basically, you bring your dirty laundry. They will wash it, dry it, and fold it, and in a couple hours, come back and just pick it up. Another great service. And then the folks at Home of King and Queens have their event schedule. So every Wednesday, so the next one will be this Wednesday, the 15th, they have the Come Get Some free grocery pop-up market. It'll be from 12 to 2 p.m. The location is 735 East Altadena Drive in Altadena. They will also have a wellness event, which the next one will be this coming up Sunday, the 19th, where it'll be free health screening resources and family fun activities. It'll be from 12 to 2 p.m. It'll be located at the world famous Fair Oaks Burger at 2560 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Altadena. And then lastly, they'll have an event, healing and recovery event on Monday, the 27th, where there will be bingo and burgers, family fun and resources. That'll take place from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Also at Fair Oaks Burger, 2560 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Altadena. If you want more information, you could actually just go to homekings13@gmail.com. And then the folks at Hollywood Food Coalition are continuing their community food distribution this Wednesday, the 15th. This is actually going to be at the main library parking lot, taking place from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. As usual, get there as soon as you can, as early as you can, because supplies are limited and it is first come, first serve. They do ask that you bring your own bag or your own extra bag. I think they'll provide the first one. And the main library is 600 East Mariposa Street in Altadena. The folks at Pasadena Village have their Centering Sounds free concert series. The next one will be this Wednesday, where it'll be classic rock, new wave hits, ukulele orchestra of the Western Hemisphere. It'll be at Piccadilly Grace Cafe. If you want more information, please scan the QR code below, or you can call 626-765-6057. And these events do begin at 5:30 and will go to 7 p.m. This is just a list of the different things that LA Fire Justice has going on a regular basis. They have the coffee chat on Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. at their office at 221 East Walnut Street, Suite 100 in Pasadena. They have the business chats later that afternoon at 12 noon. Now it's at Mahari's Mexican restaurant at 145 Palmetto Drive in Pasadena. They have on Wednesdays Ask an Attorney Wednesdays virtual meeting, and it is via Zoom. And then on Mental Health Mondays, the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at their offices, 221 East Walnut Street, Suite 100. They have a specific topic, and we'll cover those when they come back up. And then there's the for businesses, Altadena Business Watch Meeting. It takes place on Wednesday. It'll be at the Altadena Community Center at 730 East Altadena Drive in Altadena. It'll be from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Light refreshments will be provided. You'll be able to meet Captain Ethan Marquez, Altadena Sheriff, learn business crime prevention and safety tips, including fraud prevention, know what to be on the lookout for and how to respond. There'll be special guest speakers, Layla Lee, Assistant Director of LA County Department of Economic Opportunities. And if you're interested, please scan the QR code below to register. And there'll be a soil remediation class for the LA fires. It'll be a free Zoom class. It takes place Thursday, October 16th at 7 p.m. Go ahead and sign up today at growrealorganic.com. And if you're interested in running for for Altadena Town Council, you can scan this QR code or go to AltadenaTownCouncil.org. And what you would do is submit your application plus a $35 fee. Include a one-page statement of qualifications, and the deadline to do this is the 17th, so that would be Friday at 5 p.m. We have Together We Rise, a wildfire relief concert starring Roxy Dar, an international soprano soloist. It's going to be taking place October 18th, which is Saturday, at 7:30 p.m. at the Langham Huntington, Pasadena. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, and or you can scan the QR code. They've indicated that every dollar raised will benefit the wildfire relief efforts through Reach Out Worldwide. Also on Saturday, October 18th, is the Alta Arts and Crafts Fair. It's from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. At the Fraternal Order of the Eagles at 455 East Woodbury Road in Altadena. It's arts, community, and together it's about more than art. It's about rebuilding, reconnecting, and celebrating the heart of our local creative community. And of course, we have the AltadenaTalks Foundation's presentation of a Day of Thanks Community Luncheon. This is actually taking place on Saturday, November 22nd, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be at Loma Alta Park Gymnasium, which is located at 3330 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. And we do ask that you scan the QR code. I'm going to put the other one up as well, the upper left-hand corner of the screen. We'll get an update soon, I believe, on how we're doing with this, with the registrations. But please go ahead and register. We're getting it out there. You should probably be seeing a lot more on the social media because we're really, really sharing it, and we're excited to have this event. So I'm gonna bring. Do you want to keep it out there? I can't hear you if you're trying to talk, Brian. Okay. So I'm not. Brian is still having technical difficulties. Oh, it's like we got Marcus in the building. There we go. You're muted. There we go.
This had me just locked up, man. That's cold-blooded.
Well, I knew you could handle it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm working hard while I was backstage, so it's all good.
Absolutely. What's happening, bro? Bros?
Not much, man. I saw, I heard you was home alone, so I was like, you know what? Let me just pop in and make sure you got company.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you can see Brian has some sort of essence of him up there, but we can't see him. He said his camera don't work. and then his audio just went out while right before we started the show. I don't know what the dealio was.
Right, man. That's stay strong, brother. Stay strong.
Yeah, that's crazy. So what happened? What happened with you this weekend? Anything good?
Just really it was kind of a mellow weekend. We did go to a Sweet 16 birthday celebration in LA.
Oh, cool.
So that was cool. That was cool to get out with the fam and just kind of let our hair down and hang out. But
Mhm.
other than that, it was like chilling, man. Just like football, college football, pro football, and just relaxing, man. It's been a while since we kind of had one of those weekends.
I'm sure. I know between getting the spot where you are set up,
Mhm.
and then like baseball games and all
Mhm.
kind of other events, like you said, it's
Yeah.
nice to be able to have a day, at least one day where you can just chill when
Yeah.
it comes to the weekend. That's you
Yep.
got to unwind and kind of recharge for the next
Mhm.
for the next week. That's
Yep.
good.
How about you?
Yeah,
What'd you do?
I pretty much chilled. Did the same thing. Went to my cousin's daughter's sixth, yeah, her sixth birthday.
Okay.
So we drove way out to Moval because
Ooh.
they live in Riverside. So they had
Yeah.
it at a Chuck E. Cheese out there. So me and the girls went out there and hung out with them for a little while and
Mhm.
had a good time. I don't get,
That's cool.
even though they're closer, because I used to live in Ohio,
Mm.
even though they're closer living in Riverside, that's still,
Yeah.
dealing with this LA
Yeah.
traffic. I need to
And
see them
that's
much more often though.
that's the thing is the traffic, right? Like
Hmm.
we just have traffic all the time now, so it's
24/7, man.
it's
That's
it's
ridiculous.
that's the challenge. That's the
Yeah.
challenge because it used to be where on the weekend you can get to wherever you want to get to and know what time you'll get there, but now it's like a work day.
Ain't
Weekend's
no
like a
telling.
work day.
Yeah. It's straight crazy. And me living by the freeway right here, I
Hmm.
don't get to see it like I used to because they built the wall higher, but
Yes.
I can definitely hear it
Right.
when there's traffic because you hear the trucks, brakes
Yeah.
squeaking
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. It's crazy. But
Yeah.
it's at the weirdest times. Like it'll be like now at 11 o'clock on a Monday, and you're
Hmm.
gonna hear traffic. Like it seems like it's okay right now, but I know when we were growing up, it was never this bad all the time. It was
Yeah.
either rush hour going to work, rush hour coming from work, or maybe a Friday evening going
Yeah,
east.
I mean, because even like lunchtime back in the day was just lunchtime. Like, it wasn't congested. There might be more cars on there, but it was flowing. But
Mm-hmm.
lunchtime now is like a whole nother rush hour, man.
Right. Hold on. B's calling me right now. Let me see what he's saying.
Okay. Well, Jamal's on trying to help out Brian. Just want to say happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody's getting prepared for the rain, and hopefully the rain is not as heavy. But we know we need rain. But just hopefully it spares us any kind of floods or mudslides and stuff like that. Enough rain for the earth to be uh, irrigated, but not to disrupt it, unsettle it. So at any rate, make sure you guys are staying safe and that you're prepared. If you need sandbags, galoshes, stuff like that. Just take heed. But again, we know we need the rain. So let's just try to weather through it the best we can. And hopefully, all you guys are, I'll see some of you or all of you at the a day of thanks luncheon. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to seeing some faces that I miss that I haven't seen in a long time, and want to see again. And
No,
want to see again. Oh man. Oh,
To your point, I didn't mean to interrupt you with a laughter, but I do want to emphasize that, hey, folks, this event is for folks who lost their home. Apologize if it wasn't evident, but we need to have folks who did lose their home and were significantly affected by it, even smoke damage, that kind of thing. Um, this is who this is for, this luncheon. And also, you do have to go to the link, scan the QR code, go to the actual link, and fill out the whole form, because we need to know where your home was. We need to know all the folks that are, part of your family that lived at that property, as well as we got to have some sort of verification to prove that you were of the neighborhood. It's not just for the community at large. If you are interested in coming and you were not affected by the fire, you can definitely come, but we're going to ask that you provide a $25 fee and actually host a table for other individuals there that were affected by the fire. So if we weren't clear, our apologies, my apologies, but it is for fire victims, that it is free. And you do have to go to the QR code or the link right there and fill it out completely in order to, fully be registered.
Jamal, you see Brian's comment?
Yeah, that includes folks who lost their homes in Pasadena and Sierra Madre. Absolutely, absolutely. So anyone, if your house was lost because of the Eaton fire, then you qualify for this. This event is for you, and it is free for you. So yes, great point. And,
Brian, I miss you already, man. But stay strong.
Oh my gosh. Can't believe he's having so many technical difficulties. It's ridiculous.
I know.
This time it's not the office. He's using an old computer at the Heezy, so that's what happened there. And I'm going to. Oh yeah, I gotta share. I don't think I shared this on our group yet. But I'm with you though, Marcus. I am looking forward to this event. It's really the first time we've ever put on anything like this. Obviously, this because AltadenaTalks was created after the fires, but we're really excited to be able to do this, and we hope that it's a really entertaining event. People have a good time, and it should be really fun, like you said, seeing some faces you hadn't seen before. Brian said he went to Thoroughbred Marshall's reunion this weekend.
It's crazy how the school got renamed twice within a week.
Within minutes.
Right. Thanks to Shadi.
But a lot of people didn't know that it was changed to Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah.
I knew some folks, as we indicated last week, the flyer said John Marshall. And maybe they're going based on what it was back when they were in school. But it definitely is called Thurgood Marshall now.
Yeah. Wow, Brian said even at the reunion they didn't know.
Yep. He did take some images and some videos. It was kind of cool. I didn't realize how many people that I knew actually went to graduated from Marshall High School, and that I thought graduated from Muir or PHS.
Yeah,
and there's quite a few of them.
I have a lot of friends that we kind of went through school we went to Don Benito, and then from Don Benito we went to Marshall, and then it was basically after junior high school is when folks went to HS or Muir.
Yes.
But a lot of my childhood friends that started off in Don Benito, even Sierra Mesa, went through Marshall on their way to HS and Muir. So whether they like it or not, they're Eagles still too,
Hey, I'll proudly say I was a part Eagle, at least in my early educational career.
Yeah.
K through second.
Okay.
I had the only teacher I remember from there is Miss Clendenning. That lady was rough.
Yeah, but there was a couple rough teachers there, man. There was a couple rough ones.
Rough in a good way, though. She was one of those that didn't take no
stern. Yeah.
Oh, super stern.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But yeah, it was fun. Hold on. Beautiful. Did he put those folks up there? Okay. What did he say? Oh, he went there for summer school.
Oh, you was on punishment?
Right.
Summer school used to be cool though. You know what I'm saying? It used to be fun because
Yeah.
everybody would go. To get ahead or the makeup or whatever. But
Yep.
it was cool to hang out though. Like summer school wasn't a bad thing at all. 'Cause everybody was there, so it just continued the school year really.
Right. And he says right after Foothill. Well, you didn't want to go to Foothill. If you,
Yeah. You that means you escaped Foothill to get to Marshall.
Yeah, that's where you didn't want to go.
Yeah, they actually made Marshall the option. Like, okay, well, you don't want to go Foothill, you can go to Marshall.
Well, it was always supposed to be the Stern School, as far as I knew, because it was fundamental, right?
Right,
Marshall
right.
Fundamental School. So
Yeah,
that was kind of crazy. But I didn't have a bad time up there. It was cool for me.
yeah.
What's he saying now? No, he went to Foothill in second semester, 8th grade. That's why I had to go to summer school. I get it now. But yeah, this I think today is probably going to be a short show, unless anybody wants to tune in and have anything they want to talk about. How's it going with on Paula's house? Have you gone by there again?
So I haven't gone by there again, and I believe it's still progressing. I'm not sure if there's any real update at this point. I know that Aunt Paula did go shopping a couple of weeks ago for cabinetry and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Just to pick everything out. And I hear it was a long day, but so I know hers is still progressing and coming along. I believe my mom's and my Aunt Vani's, I believe theirs are still in the design or permit approval phase.
Okay.
But things are progressing. I am going to be taking a drive through there either today or tomorrow, just to see, what type of progress we have.
Cool.
But yeah, hopefully, well, we know the weather's gonna delay some things. But like I was saying while you were on the phone with B, hopefully we get some rain. We know we need some rain, but hopefully it's enough for Mother Earth to handle and not disrupt and unsettle stuff. Like we all know we need the rain. We want to see our Altadena mountains green, not brown.
Yeah.
So we and the only way that's gonna happen is with rain, because ain't nobody got a water hose that can do get that green again.
We would have had the damage that we had.
Exactly. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have to see how it goes with this rain, because from what they were talking about on the news, it might be significant tomorrow. But like I said, I couldn't find anywhere that had the information about the sandbags. Like the news said, hey, this is a station.
Right.
But then, before they had like posts all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you need a bag, go here.
I would be surprised if they're not, but maybe they're not putting much out there because there's not many people, there. You know what I'm saying? But it would still make sense to put it out there for those that are. But maybe that's something that they just missed, or who knows? Maybe they did make mention of it through the mail or something, or.
I mean, like that first slide I put up was something that was on the town council or something. So I was able to get something that referenced it. But, in the past, it was either at County of LA, it was sheriff's station, It
Mm-hmm.
was the town council,
Mm-hmm.
chamber of commerce, all these different locations actually have stuff on their sites or on their social media locations. So
It could be just a kind of state of the state of our situation, where folks may start to kind of forget about this important information when it comes to the still recovery process, and the rain season is part of the recovery process. So
yeah,
anything with regards to flood prevention and all that, landslide and stuff, sandbags, of course, that for sure needs to be highlighted. And if anybody out there does catch wind of it, please by all means share it with Altadena Talk so we can put it out there for everybody.
right.
um,
Yeah, I hope they didn't forget because, like you said, this is part of the recovery. This is just part of living in the area.
yeah.
The rain, even though we don't get a lot of it when we get it,
Hmm.
although it's not monsoonal like in the deserts, we still get a
Hmm.
significant amount, usually in short periods of time.
Right.
So, yeah, people do need to be aware, and hopefully they do take heed. I'm gonna keep looking though. Maybe there'll be some more stuff that comes up maybe today, a little later on today or something. It should
Yeah.
be cool because when it
I'll look
rained,
too though.
yeah,
I'll just see if I can find anything too, because it's very important. And if this is the first one, this might just be the precursor of whatever it's going to look like.
oh yeah.
So
Well, we
so
did have
we
some after the fire,
yeah,
right? We had a couple
yeah,
pretty significant storms, and
yeah,
that's when they were like, "Hey, get them sandbags." And for the
yeah.
folks, and to your point, though, yeah, there's not a lot of people in Altadena, but there are still some, like in
Mhm.
the meadows and
Mhm.
farther west and a little bit further south. But then we
Mhm.
have those in Pasadena that, even if they didn't truly get affected, they could be affected by, if there are mudslides. Stuff may slide down the hill and greet them.
Right.
So
And
definitely
as well, we have more moving back home.
true.
We have those who've gotten and completed the remediation process and everything that are moving back home
Mhm.
as well. So there's more than there was for sure at the time that everything happened. And
Yeah,
so for there to be the notifications and the heads up early on, right after, we have more people there for sure than then. So by all means, we need to have that shared again.
absolutely. Well, I'm sure we'll all be sharing with one another and keeping everybody up to date with it. It should be cool. But
Hmm.
yeah. So
I want to
I'm
share
willing.
something.
Like, yeah,
I
please
want to
do.
share something real quick. Dr. Clark, she's the real deal.
You know,
She's the real deal.
it's funny. She sent text. I'm not sure if she sent it to all three of us,
Hmm.
but she sent a text thanking us for having her on the show, and she was praying that she reached at least or helped one person.
Well,
And
she
it's
did.
funny. My response to her is,
Mhm.
"You are the real deal."
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm confident. I already know
yeah,
that you reached at least one person, and I
yeah,
was referencing me, and I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
even, truly. I was indirectly affected by that. However, just in daily life,
Hmm.
the stuff she was talking about can actually be utilized, and I knew that she had positively affected you as well.
Hmm.
And did you already have your
I
session?
had one. I had one, and it went really well, man. I
Right.
told her at that time too that just I had sought a therapist
Hmm.
some months ago, and things went well. But like Tony was saying on the show that day when Dr. Clark was on the show, what she's offering and providing and supporting with is different, but from what I was getting from this other therapist, like
That's a trip.
and it's just all in a positive way, so um I strongly recommend anybody who's needing to talk to somebody. um she's a great great reference, to just kind of get you guys through the things you're going through, and it's not much. It's the just the way her approach and everything is unique and really really impactful. So yeah, I was really impressed, and I did share with her that I feel that she is a blessing to Altadena, and I know, and I told her she's a blessing to me because you know, I'm getting some help that I wasn't getting in a way that is more receptive and more impactful. So more beneficial and better for my healing.
And that's
So
so great to hear.
yeah.
That's awesome. And for those who are interested in getting Dr. Clark's information, I have it on the screen. It's Dr. Tamitra Clark. The website is drtamitraclark.com. And then her telephone number is area code 626 328 7798. She's a great person
Hmm.
just in general, but she is, in addition to that, she is utilizing what she's learned in terms of being able to help people with their mental health in a profound way. And it seems like it's pretty unique as well and very, very effective per what Marcus has indicated. I don't know if Brian had his session yet. He hasn't shared that with me, but I'm pretty confident he'll have a nice positive effect as well.
Yeah, and I can see where she's gonna be busy, and she's gonna stay busy.
Hmm.
Because all it takes is for the first session for you to get that experience, and then you're gonna want to make it into a longer type of relationship, where of course it's on your terms, right? It's it's not, it doesn't have to be every week or every month or whatever,
Hmm.
but to have that resource is very key as we go through the recovery, whatever your recovery is, whether it's rebuilding or relocating or pivoting and just going full steam ahead in another direction. Regardless, it's still the starting point that you need to get processed and handled so that you can have that healthy future wherever it is.
That makes sense. You know, it's funny, well, not funny, but I had a question I meant to ask her, and I'm going to ask it here, and I'm curious to know your response. And obviously, I'd like to know her response as well. Maybe I'll send her a text and see what she says. But because this affected families, right, and the whole families need to get therapy, I'm wondering if it is suggested that the entire family, not as a group, but as individuals, go see the same counselor, or if it makes sense for them to see different people. I'm wondering if there's a rationale around that. Either way, what would your opinion be about that? I'm just
I
curious.
do know that she is available to work through uh, situations with regards to the family unit.
Hmm.
Like where um, me, my wife, and kids could all attend the session
Together.
and together to
Yeah.
address something. And then I know that there's exercises as well that she has provided to do kind of as a family unit. Um, so I would. That's a good question, but and I would think initially she probably would say, if that happens to happen, great. But as long as you seek some therapy, like not everybody's going to be comfortable with it, with
Sure.
the individual, right? So
Yeah.
the most important thing and what's just most important is that you're speaking to somebody and you're having someone help you through the process. And if it so happens to be that you have one therapist for the family, um, that probably is a bonus with regards to scheduling and stuff. But
Excuse me.
um, it probably would for some situations or for some conversations help, but
Yeah.
others it may not make a difference at all. Because each individual is still that individual.
Hmm.
So, but I think scheduling wise and just as long as everybody's comfortable, it would make sense to
Yeah.
me. Like I instantly thought about like so many family members while I was talking with her, that really would just right off the bat be, let their guards down and be comfortable with her. That's my thoughts, my feelings. But
Oh
until
yeah,
someone,
after a few minutes with her, you feel
yeah,
comfortable.
yeah. But until someone actually makes that step, and takes that, you know, initiative,
Hmm.
we won't know, right? But I do encourage all my family. I don't care if you were directly affected or if you are uh, helping and supporting others that were directly affected and also are kind of processing things from a third party type of standpoint.
Yeah.
There's still a lot for your mind to hold on to. And,
Mm.
and, and, and it being loved ones that have gone through it that you're supporting, um, you're it's that much closer to your mind as well as your heart with regards to wanting things to get better and stuff. So um, I think it's very important for everybody to speak to somebody with regards to what you're holding on to mentally, as opposed, I mean, and get it off of your mind versus holding it all in and just let it then, like Doctor was saying, affect your body,
Yeah.
because your mind can only hold on to so much, and then eventually it's going to release it somewhere, and if you're not speaking and putting it out into the universe, it's going to just send it downstairs to the to the body, and start wreaking havoc on your body, and you don't want that,
No,
so
heck,
yeah, it was a very good session. Very good. She's excellent. She's so thoughtful and respectful of the journey that I'm on. Um, and just open and honest and everything, that it really was just way better than the therapist that I had. And I'm not saying my other therapist was bad. I'm not saying my other therapist was weak. Um, I just found it very useful, the kind of techniques and exercises that she offered were gonna be more impactful long term. But by no means am I saying the other therapist was not good. I will say that I did appreciate Dr. Clark offering Zoom. My other therapist was just by telephone, and
okay.
I can see the difference in that, where you can read each other, and you can, even if you're smiling or laughing, to see a response or something on the other end, it's a more um effective session than just being on the telephone, where you know the therapist could be ordering food and you don't know.
True.
Like the therapist it may not be fully paying attention to you, or so
Wow, change friends or
I
something.
yeah, I would recommend Zoom or in person over phone. But if phone is the only thing you got, which it was for me at the time, where I just said I just need to talk to somebody, I don't care,
Yeah,
whatever is first available, that's what I want. Um, so for sure, if that's what you need to do that. But I would say for sure you'll get more out of a Zoom or in person. Um, Being able for the therapist to read you and you to read the therapist.
that makes sense. Sound advice, man. Because you've actually gone through it, so it's not like you're just saying something you think. No, you've
Yeah,
gone through it, so
yeah.
you've proven, or at least for yourself, you know what works and what will probably be beneficial to others. So we appreciate that insight for
And
sure.
that's why I want to share, because it takes a lot, to for you to just say, you know what, let me go, you know. But you'll be relieved, I think, once you do that. It's just the first. It's just like working out and all that everything. It's the first day. It's the worst day or the hardest day.
Yeah,
Making the decision and committing to it. But once you do it, you'll feel the benefits. You'll have less on your shoulders. You'll feel lighter. Um, just because you were able to get it off to someone who's that's their job. Their job is to listen and
Mhm.
and to provide you with tools to kind of grow and recover from the trauma.
Right.
And that's what it is. It's trauma, and so you don't want to leave the trauma just unattended, because it's not going to do any good. It's only going to do harm to you. So got to make sure you guys take care of it. And I share because I care about Altadena. Everybody out there that's listening, I care about you, and I want the best for you, and I want your mental health to be uh, taken care of as well. It's that important. You can't recover without having your mental health in check.
So true.
You're only masking.
So true. Man, I appreciate you sharing. For those who are listening, hopefully you're listening. Get some help. Even if you don't think you need it, get some help. Talk to somebody. There will be some benefit to it.
Hmm.
If you're interested in meeting with Dr. Clark, I'll put her information back up there. Here we go. Dr. Tamitra Clark. DrTamitraClark.com, and then 626-328-7794. Altadenian, there for the community, knows quite a few people, wants to help see the community grow and get stronger again. So this is an option for you should you decide to go ahead and get that help. Anything else?
No, happy Monday, everybody. Be safe and look out for each other. Look out for each other. If you are in Altadena or wherever you're at, look out for each other. If this rain is as heavy as they're saying, make sure your friends and neighbors and family are safe and taken care of, and if you can help out in whatever way is needed.
That's right. Great point. Great point. Happy Monday, everybody. Tune in tomorrow for episode 195. And hope you have a fantabulous day. With that, I'm going to say peace out and cover your ears and